வெளிகளே இமயமாய் நிமிர்ந்து இணைய வெளிகளே இமயமாய் நிமிர்ந்து நிற்கும் உங்கள் RTV தமிழ். இணைய வெளிகளே இமயமாய் நிமிர்ந்து நிற்கும் உங்கள் RTV தமிழ். RTV தமிழ்.
ஆமாம், வணக்கம் நேயர்களே. இன்று உங்களுடன் டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட் நிகழ்ச்சியுடன் சந்திக்க இருக்கின்றேன். நான் உங்கள் கௌரிசன் ரத்னராஜா. இன்றும் சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக ஒரு கலைஞர் வந்திருக்கின்றார். அவற்றை பேர் லின் டேவிஸ். இன்றும் உங்களுடன் நினைந்திருக்கும் நேயர்களுக்கு வணக்கம். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை நீங்கள் பார்க்க விரும்பினால் ஃபேஸ்புக் மூலமாகவும் யூடியூப் மூலமாகவும் மற்றும் கனடாவில் ஈகிள் டிவி மூலமாகவும் இணைந்து கொள்ளலாம். நீங்கள் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை பார்க்கணும் என்றால் யூடியூப் அதுகளை ஃபேஸ்புக் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணாதான் இந்த டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட் நிகழ்ச்சி மற்றும் அதை RTV நிகழ்ச்சிகளை பார்க்க முடியும். இன்றும் உங்களுக்கு அனுசரணை வழங்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றார்கள் பிரெயில் டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன்ஸ் லிமிடெட் மற்றும் GOS குளோபல் மொபைல் ஷாப் மற்றும் A to Z மொபைல் ஷாப் மற்றும் நிறுவனங்கள். இந்த டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட் நிகழ்ச்சியின் முக்கிய என்னவென்றால் நாங்கள் மாற்றுத்திறனாளிகள் மற்றும் பொலிட்டிஷியன்ஸ் மற்றும் வேறு கலைஞர்களையும் சந்தித்து உரையாட அவர்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையை பற்றி கலைத்து அத்தோடு அவர்களை ஊக்குமுகமாக இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை செய்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். இன்று நாங்கள் லின் டேவிஸை சந்திக்க இருக்கின்றோம். அவரை நாங்கள் கலையத்துக்கு அழைத்துக்கொள்வோம். ஹாய் லின். Good evening, Linn.
Good evening.
Welcome to our show, Turning Point Show on RTV Tamil. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you very much. So, tell me about yourself. Your full name and your stage name and everything for us, please.
Okay, so my original name is Linn Davies, and my stage name is Lioness Oyinbo, and Oyinbo means white person in the Yoruba language of Nigeria. And I have this stage name because I am basically a white Afrobeats artist, and I'm also totally blind.
Okay, that's good. So tell me about your blindness and family, please.
So I was born in Norway, and which is like basically a tiny little country on top of the world. I'm sure it will be familiar with the Tamil population because of the way that it has played in the role it's played with Sri Lanka and all of that. So my I'm blind because I have a detached optic nerve, so my eyeballs are really tiny, but I have a pair of lovely prosthetics that makes me look that sort of evens out my face. My parents are dead, but they were my mom was a teacher and my dad was traveling a lot because he worked in the oil industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and then
good.
I have always been into music basically since I can remember.
So you're a musician from your young age, is that right?
Exactly.
Okay. So tell me about your family apart from that. yeah. Can you repeat the family? Your father's passed away, is that right? Or
Yeah, so both my biological parents have passed away. So they passed when I was in my 20s, and I'm in my 30s now. I still have my brother is alive and well, and I have a sort of a foster family as well because I grew up in two families, and all of them are alive and well and thriving. But I live here in the UK, and my family live back in Norway. Yeah, but I live here with my husband and my daughter.
okay, that's good. Is your husband blind as well? Or?
No, he's sighted. Yeah, and he's from Sierra Leone, so we're in West Africa, so we're very international.
Okay, that's good. Is your daughter sighted as well? Is that right?
Yeah, she's fully sighted as well.
Okay, that's good.
She's the one that has dressed me and made me up today.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So your daughter is 9 years old. Is that right?
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
When I say dressed me, by the way, I meant pick out my dress, not actually dressed me.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
clarify.
I know what you mean. Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. That's good. So today you're going to promote your new single coming out tomorrow. Is that right? Or midnight tonight, basically, I should say.
Yes. Yeah, midnight tonight. So yeah, it's a bit less than 3 hours now.
Yeah.
And I'm very
So
excited about this promotion because I have, it's been quite a while since I've released anything, but this time everything is different. I have some management here in the UK, and I'm doing a lot of things differently, but I'm sure we will be talking a lot more about that in the interview as well.
yeah, that's good. That's good. So this is the first interview you're giving about this promotion for the media, or are you done before anything before that?
So, our mutual friend Rayon, who is a fantastic DJ over at Dodge Radio. He did play my song last week, but this is the first actually interview that I've done. So I'm premiering here on Art TV Tamil.
Thank you very much for coming for us. And
It's a pleasure.
that's good. That's good. So, so about your education, can you tell us about your education, please?
Yeah, sure. So I am among the first generation of blind people in Norway who was completely put into normal school. Or mainstream school rather. So we have a very small population of about 5 million now. So that means also we don't have a lot of blind people. So it used to be this thing that blind people were sent away to blind school, and there were a couple of schools in the country. By the time I started school in the early 90s, the aim was to integrate us into mainstream schools. So I've always been in mainstream school, only had any sort of blind education, like blind oriented education with the resource centers, because we have resource centers where we are sent on annual courses a few times throughout the year to check whether we are up to speed with our sighted peers.
That's good. That's good. So we'll come back to your single, Lynn. So what made you to release this single? So how many singles you done so far?
So I have done about 5 single releases, and then I have released an EP as well. So I have been in the game since about 2014, so about 7 years now. Yeah, it's been a very interesting up and down sort of roller coaster journey to be in music.
That's good. That's good. So the Afro music, you learned it in when you're doing the music, or how did you get about know about it, Afro music, Lynn?
So I lived in the UK from 2000. I came to the UK in 2004, but then when I moved to London in 2007 after completing my degree in journalism, I lived in a very sort of African Caribbean. I had a lot of friends from that culture, and I also was familiar with Nigeria and Nigerian culture because my dad was always working in Nigeria, especially in the Niger Delta with him being an oil engineer and all that. And I just really love the music, and I just thought, first of all, like, can I do this music? I'm a white Norwegian girl. How are people going to react to me doing Afrobeats? But then I just thought, you know what, music is music, and music is like a language. So why don't I communicate in a language that I like best? And so that's what I decided to do. And I very much believe in, if you stick to what makes you tick, then that's when you're going to create your best thing. So I decided to I'm obviously very respectful of the African culture, and that I am sort of an honorary member or a guest of that culture. But what I make is fully mine, and I'm really proud of that, and I own it.
That's good. That's good. So can you sing our viewers your new single for us, please?
Okay, I'll do the verse and the chorus because yeah, we were supposed to be playing the song. So the song is called Romantic Girl. See, you love it when I tell you things. I make you fall even deeper in love. Yeah, yeah. And you like it when I do you things. You come back, say that you can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can you just cross my line? I show you one thing, where fit to blow your mind. Baby, are you a shy kind of guy? Oh, give me the key for your heart, make I blow your mind. I just wanna blow your mind. You say you want a romantic guy. Call me a romantic. You wanting a romantic guy. So call me when you want it. You say you want a romantic guy. Call me a romantic. You wanting a romantic guy. So call me when you want it. But like you say, you want a romantic. Me, I give you sweet romantic. But like you say, you want a romantic. Lioness, I give you sweet romantic. This love, put on powder rewind, getting me drunk. Yeah, you know, said this love. You drive me crazy, I know fit to leave you. You give me something different, can you just cross my line? I show you one thing, where fit to blow your mind. Baby, are you a shy kind of guy? Oh, give me the key for your heart, make I blow your mind. I just wanna blow your mind. You say you want a romantic guy. Call me a romantic. You wanting a romantic guy. So call me when you want it. You say you want a romantic guy. Call me a romantic. You wanting a romantic guy. So call me when you want it. You've been calling Lioness to give you romantic game. Sweet like honey, sweet like sugar. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well done. Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
That was an edited down version, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry we couldn't play it because everybody wants to hear a cappella, a live one, you know.
That's
And
cool. At least now you know what it sounds like. So hopefully that will intrigue people to jump online in a few hours when it's released.
yeah, it is. It is. So whether how can they search for it? So it's coming on Apple Music, Amazon, and Google, and others music channels.
Yes, basically everywhere where you like to stream music, it will be there. Just search for Romantic Girl and Lioness, as in the female lion, Oyinbo, which is Oyinbo. If you type Lioness Romantic Girl, I'm sure you'll find it there.
Okay, that's good.
Plus
That's
all of
good.
my other songs as well. So please follow me on whatever streaming platform you choose.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
So how many followers you got in your channel then?
On my YouTube channel, I have about 450 something subscribers, which is very impressive, seeing as I don't put out regular content at the moment. I'm hoping to change that though. On my social media, I have around about 50,000 on the different platforms all put together. Yeah, Facebook,
Yeah,
Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. But I'm just really new to TikTok.
yeah. How do you find
Yeah.
the TikTok for the blind person point of view?
Awful. It's and I feel so boring when I say that, but I do find Instagram and TikTok in particular very intimidating platforms because they are visual, and I find it frustrating as well because I know that if I had been able to see, I would have been a natural at both those platforms because I like
Yeah,
being out there,
yeah,
I like putting out videos, but
yeah.
not being able to do it is causing me a lot of frustration actually. So, yeah.
That's true. My point of view is the same as well. Yeah, the Facebook and Twitter is a more accessible platform at the moment, isn't it? And
Yes, but
LinkedIn and
unfortunately, they're not the coolest, if you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly TikTok is the coolest for young kids, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if I could see, I think I would love it. It's just because you can do so much. I mean, my daughter was showing me a lot of the filters and effects you could do, and
Mm,
it just looks so much fun. And I just, yeah, it's. I've never wished to be able to see in a sense because I don't know what seeing is. Since I'm born blind, but
mm.
I would love to just be able to take part in those kind of things. Really, yeah.
That's good. That's good. So, different question for you.
Mhm.
So when you live in Norway, how do you find the people point of the blindness and education side of things? I know you mentioned before. Just elaborate more about it, please.
So the education side of things have actually come pretty far, and I feel very privileged to have been educated in Norway because I have been integrated into a primary into mainstream system. I think knowing what the blind population is, looking at people my age and how many we are, I'm not sure whether I would have had such a good education had I been in a blind setting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I did find very frustrating with education was that obviously my generation being the first generation of blind children being in mainstream school, there was a lot of testing and guinea pigging. I don't know if that's a word, but we're
Yeah,
going to make it up.
yeah. The first
So
time viewers is the first time you're hearing in RTV Tamil guinea pigging. Okay.
guinea pigging, exactly, right?
Yeah,
Oxford English Dictionary, please take note.
yeah.
Right, so there was a lot of guinea pigging testing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I often found myself very frustrated because they didn't know how well things worked, like how much will I need to be with my own teacher. So I did have a separate teacher, but she was also in the class, but obviously I had to learn Braille alongside the other people learning to read and write, and it was good. I wouldn't have wanted to change my education setting for anything in the world, but I do think now there is hopefully, I don't know what it's like, but I hope there is more awareness because there are certain tasks and certain things that are harder to perform when you're blind in the same speed as everybody else. I think the education definitely could have been tweaked a bit differently.
Yeah.
But on the whole, I wouldn't have changed anything. Um, I did get bullied in school and I did get picked on a lot, and I found it really hard to make friends.
Mm,
So from that point of view, it was quite traumatizing in many ways because especially being a blind teenager is horrible if everyone around you is sighted and everyone got boyfriends and they got to go on dates and kiss and go to parties, and I just didn't have any of that because I was the blind girl. That's not everybody's experience, but that
mm,
certainly was my experience, and I felt like I couldn't come out of my shell and be who I was. And I think I gravitated toward people I wouldn't have gravitated toward if I had been able to see and could kind of be a bit more assertive. So that side of education, not assertive in the sense that they were bad, but I just had to be with the people who wanted to be with me, if
mm.
you know what I mean. So I didn't have a choice. Um, so that side of education was quite traumatic, but the actual like academic side of it, I wouldn't have wanted to change.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. The same thing for me in Sri Lanka, the same situation like you mentioned. Yeah. So, you studied Braille. Do you know about Braille music?
Yeah, we did learn music in school because we had music classes, and they did send me to the Resource Centre for the Blind to do a Braille music course, but they gave up because I just wasn't interested. I know how to read the scales. I know that the letter D looks like a Braille C, and no, the other way around. Yeah. And I know like the basic notes, but that's all. They gave up on me pretty quickly.
Okay, that's good. We'll come after the break and play one of your song and ask you a question about that song, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Thank you.
Lioness, Oyinbo. Lioness, Oyinbo. Lioness, Oyinbo. DJ Kobelon on the beat. Baby, I believe it, believe it, sweetie, I believe it, believe it, baby, I believe it, believe it, sweetie, I believe it, believe it, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, the love you they give me bust my brain, making me go insane, that is the reason I don't complain, reason I don't complain, oh, love me dead and love me tender, oh na na na, I love say you no be pretender, baby you are the number one from my agenda, oh na na na, number one from my agenda, that's why my baby I believe it, believe it, sweetie I believe it, believe it, baby I believe it, believe it, sweetie I believe it, believe it, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, after you die, you come and see anybody, no matter what them do, I know fit stop loving you, I be your Tina, together jump back now, I know go give you back now, I know fit stop loving you, I believe it, believe it, sweetie I believe it, believe it, baby I believe it, believe it, sweetie I believe it, believe it, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, oh darling, your love it dey put me for the bay, it dey put me for the bay, yeah. As I dey feel love from my brain, it dey make me dey color, yeah. Oh why them want see this love fall apart, no I never wanna see you go away, here is what I'm saying, baby it is you I'm loving now, me and you forever, listen to nobody baby, see this thing I'm feeling, loving you is everything, see this thing I'm feeling, loving you is all I need, I believe it, sweetie I believe it, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, do me that, no be jockey, no be jockey, you do me this, yo. Aye, do me that, yo.
Oh my God, Lynn,
Hi.
what a song! What a song! I was humming with myself the song. Oh God, so
Thank you.
it's quite catchy, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite catchy. Can you tell us about this song, please? When did you do this song?
I did this song in 2016, actually around this time of the year as well. And featuring on this song is Chidinma Ekire, who is she won Project Fame West Africa in 2010. So she is very well known. Lovely to work with her, and also the producer DJ Koblon, who did the production of the song, is also definitely was then and still is a very hot producer, but at the time he was like the it producer, if you know what I mean. So it was great to work with them, and the music video was funnily enough recorded 2 days after I'd been in a sort of it was a minor sort of traffic accident, but I remember just being in so much pain and having to dance.
Okay, so
Yeah.
were you okay with the accident? Or what happened?
Oh, it was just the car came out of control and we ended up in a roundabout colliding with a roundabout. And I had my left ribs fractured. It was a lot scarier to be in part of it than the damage was actually, because it's just
That's good. That's so
yeah. But I just remember with this music video. So if anyone who looks at this video and they see me dance, know that I did this with fractured ribs. But yeah, I enjoyed doing the song. It was amazing, and I was very happy with it.
So you were so determined to finish off this single then that time, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going back to Norway because I was in Nigeria for the recording and the shoot, and I was going back to Norway, and I had to finish it because it was the only time we could do it.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, and tell us about your career apart from the music. What did you do doing the music scene, and also before that and after that? What are you doing now for our viewers?
Right. So I am actually a journalist by trade. I studied journalism at Napier University, Edinburgh, or Edinburgh Napier University, it's called now. After that, I went and worked first in Don and Noir, which was where I met you all those years ago.
Yeah.
Then I worked for the BBC, which was great because I was doing some TV, mainly like children's programs, Blue Peter, children's online stuff, and also for the World Service, I was doing some stuff. And then I had to go to Norway because my parents were sick and died. And I studied a master's degree at the University of Oslo, where I actually had the pleasure of interviewing David Blunkett because I wrote about blindness in relation to a corruption scandal, which was obviously quite big. So that was amazing. Then I was concentrating on music and radio. I was radio presenting a show in Norway, a news and current affairs show. When I came back to the UK, I've been working for a charity, and at the moment I am a life coach. I am finishing my last module actually this week, this new week.
Good luck.
Thank you, and I'm open to taking clients from if anybody needs a coach, I'm here. And also I do freelance work, so I can do PR. I write stuff. I'm basically a freelancer, and my music is a part of that. And I'm hoping to also get back into radio presenting, and I'm also writing. I'm also working on a few different novels. I'm writing about my experience in Nigeria, for example, in the music industry, but as a novel. And I'm also hoping to write a teen novel where there's a blind superhero, because I don't think there's enough of us that have been written about,
Yeah, that's true.
And I think we're pretty awesome as blind people. It's just that the world doesn't know it yet.
Yeah. You, me, and a few other people we know. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So let me know first. Let us know first. We can do the interview about your novel when you're ready. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess there's a term that has been coined called a free range human being. So I'm doing a lot of that as well, and with me doing. I won't say I'm a jack of all trades, but I do writing, PR, coaching, presenting, music, which sounds like a lot, but it's kind of within the creative industries, and I like doing different things.
That's good. That's good. So you said you interviewed Lord David Blunkett. How did you find interviewing him as a blind person point of view and interviewing the prestigious Home Secretary that time, isn't it? Was
You
it?
see, this is something that I really enjoy talking about because sighted people always like to talk about how we as blind people don't have non-verbal communication.
Mm,
But I do think there is. I think we can perceive a lot of what's going on from energies in the room. But I think especially when you put two blind people in a room, there is a whole lot of non-verbal going on.
yeah.
Because I believe that we do have a way of kind of reading each other, and it's really hard to say how. So I found it very interesting because, to put it in the sighted terms, if David Blunkett had been able to see, he would have been staring at me, because he really wanted to impress me, which I found really interesting because I'm nobody, I'm just some kind of master student from Norway. I think I might have sort of not scared him. But because I interview like a journalist and I talk like a journalist, I don't interview and talk like an academic. I think at some point he was worried and he asked me 3 times during the interview, "You are not publishing this, are you?" And I said, "No, it's not going to be published anywhere." So I think that a couple of times he thought that I was a journalist, which obviously I am, but you understand what I mean. But he was very, very good. And how I got an interview from him was I wrote him a letter in Braille and I sent it to the Parliament. And I made sure I didn't send him an email. I wrote a on Perkins wrote Braille letter
Yeah.
on Perkins machine, and sent it so that whatever reply he would give me, he had to reply me himself, even if
Yeah.
it was through email.
Yeah.
And I knew that was what's going to get me the interview, because the press secretaries, they couldn't just say, "Oh, you have a letter from some master student," or whatever. And also I appealed to him because we have the same genetic condition as well. So I was like, well, we have the same condition. I'm really interested in your case, and I'm coming all the way from Norway, and I wrote in Braille. And I think all those factors combined, and I think he was, it was
Impressed.
a very interesting dynamic going on in the room. But he's a very highly intelligent, interesting man to talk to, and I could have spent hours with him. But he gave me 2, so I'm really happy with that.
That's good. That's good. When did you interview him again? In
That was
2000?
in January 2014.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So how do you find this lockdown period for you?
I have gone from being super creative. I'm very up and down because I'm very creative and artistic in the way that I am as a person as well. So I have classic days of depression where talking to me is like talking to a brick wall. And then I have some days where I'm super creative and like, oh, I'm on fire. But I think on the whole, I found it really hard because I feel very imprisoned because my independence has been taken from me.
Yeah.
I can't just pop to the corner shop and get a pint of milk. I have to make sure that not a lot of people are out. I have done it a couple of times because in my local area, people know me, but I have been shouted at by strangers for not keeping social distance. And then they have seen my cane and they've said sorry, but I find it intimidating. And I just find that, I feel like a bit of a scared wreck when I go out sometimes. And usually I'm quite confident.
Yeah.
So I do hope this is going to finish soon.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. So during the lockdown, are you doing any music at the moment?
I am. I have actually learned to record. and I'm learning to produce using Reaper. So this new single that I've released is recorded by me, and soon I'll be able to record and mix and master everything myself. And our good friend Cyril, who he has started his management company as well. So I just want to big ups to him because I know he's watching. So he and I have been talking a lot about promo, and because I'm the first artist that he's working with, but there obviously there's quite a lot of exciting things happening there.
He's doing artist management, is he?
Yeah. It's Cyrillian management. So yeah.
He's jack of all trades, actually. I know him long time ago. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll come back after one more song from we got the video, and we'll come back to a few more questions to you, my dear.
All right. Yeah.
Celeb on the beat. Lioness, Oyinbo. Am I liar? Believe me when I say that you be the lucky guy. If I say now you get me, sweetie, I'll be scope, nana. From Norway to Nigeria, you be the lucky guy, nana. If I say now you get me, sweetie, I'll be scope, nana. Whether for any or sunny, whether money or no money. When I shower my ogari, I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. And mama, I sure say my mama feel the same way I feel now. The very day she met my papa, my papa. I hear say my papa give my mama a bunch of sugar, but you give me something sweeter. All the way, I go follow you no matter what them say. All the way, no give a damn what that them say. All the way, I promise nobody go take your pain. All the way, I'm ready to do anything for love. Anything for love and love and love it. I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. Whether for any or sunny, whether money or no money, whether shower my ogari, I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. For love and love and love it. Believe me when I say that you be the lucky guy, nana. If I say now you get me, sweetie, I'll be scope, nana. From Norway to Nigeria, you be the lucky guy, nana. If I say now you get me, sweetie, I'll be scope, nana. Whether for any or sunny, whether money or no money, whether shower my ogari, I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. I'm ready to do anything for love and love and love it. Anything for love and love and love it. Celeb on the beat. Lioness, Oyinbo. Am I liar? For love and love and love it. Anything for love.
Oh God! Welcome again. Another hit song is gonna be, or is already think anyway.
Well, that was my first actual song that did really well. So I released that in March 2015, and the song did absolutely amazingly. And I was nominated for Diaspora Artist at the New York Nigerian Entertainment Awards in New York. I didn't win it that year, but I did win it the next year.
Congratulations.
Trailblazer, thank you. So that song was the song that kind of got me properly into the music scene. So that song will always have very fond memories for me. And shooting the music video was a lot of fun as well, because it is a love story between me, so a white girl, and a black Nigerian man in the 1970s in a village, and where the family rejects me, and then he goes away to kill himself. But then his father like runs after him and say, look, my son, you're more important than that. And then we get married at the end of the song, and drink palm wine, or I can't remember what it is, but it was cool. And we filmed this in a village, and there were lots of chickens running around into our tent, so we changed, and it was very surreal.
That's good. The village life is a different life, isn't it? Different environment, world as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good. So another question for you. How did you involve with our Innovation Orchestra with Balaji Srivastava?
So that was my friend Victoria, who actually finally sort of made the push for me to join. I'd wanted to join for a long time, but for various reasons, it wasn't happening. And then I think then Victoria came to my house and we did a duet together. And she's like, oh, hang on, I know you want to sing more, don't you? And I say, yes, definitely. And she said, okay, when I get home, I'll send an email to you and Linda, so Baluji's wife. And she was like, well, this is Linn, I think she should be in Innovision. And then that's it, basically.
That's good. So you enjoying the Innovation Orchestra performance yet, or you haven't done any performance?
I've only done a couple of rehearsals, so I'm really, really excited about doing performances, and I think there's a whole host of really talented musicians. I have to say, I knew about 70% of the members anyway. It's like jamming with old friends.
Yeah.
And I knew they were talented, and the ones I didn't know, they have really impressed me as well. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun. And I have applied to be in the Power Orchestra as well, so we shall see how that goes.
That's good. We're nearly coming to the end of the show, Linn. What do you like to say to our RTV viewers? Any nuggets you want to tell them? Anything like that?
I would say always be real with what you want, because what your success will look like will change as you mature and as you complete your journey. So what you might want when you start out with something might be different to what you want down the line. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but basically change, stay with it, and enjoy the journey towards what you want to achieve.
That's good. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much all this time to doing this interview for our RTV viewers, and also people watching Facebook, YouTube, and Eagle TV in Canada and all over the world at the moment. And sorry we couldn't play the song and the single today. We managed to play it when we get the video from you, YouTube link or anything. We can play it next time when we interview, or we can invite you again for that song specially.
And actually, the good thing is that now people who might be curious about what the song sounds like, they have to go and check it out online, which is good for me.
That's why I deliberately put the song on for the viewers anyway. Yeah.
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that, of course. Yeah.
See, don't tell anybody this kind of secrets, Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I'll speak to you soon, and good luck for the future.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I hope you guys have enjoyed the interview as much as I have enjoyed doing it.
Amam Nergle, Indum Turning Point Nielchudan Linn Davies Pation Indum. இத்துடன் எங்கள் டேர்னிங் பாயிண்ட் நிகழ்ச்சி RTV தமிழ் மூலமாக நிறைவடைகின்றது. மற்றும் வாரங்களில் மீண்டும் சிறப்பு விருந்தினரோடு சந்தித்து உங்களுடன் உரையாடிப்பது. நன்றி வணக்கம் கூறி விடைபெறுவது உங்கள் கௌரிசன். நன்றி வணக்கம்.
இணைய வெளிகளில் இமயமாய் நிமிர்ந்து